fact that he won blood and he will get the star point ball easy way. Well, he was a deja vu actually for his ADC as he gets late and opened up with an enchanted pistol arrow. New instant kill late.
That's gets the kill. There is the 3-man shockwave, but the 1.3 ultimate explosive cast plus the Howling Gale. That is a double kill. Sarah will
And right, Glenn will just be one shot after that. Blizzard eyeing Kanako here, iconic as well. They see we get triple.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. We are now on the 4th game here at the Interconference Battles for the Group D of the Lenovo LCL 2017 Spring Term. We're going to be your shotcasters. I am Shinbu with 1 for an eye. And of course, with me is of course manager Sir Raf. And we just came in from that Game 3, Nocturne Jungle. So far, nasa Game 4 na tayo. Huling laban na to ng UCC.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
It's been a bad day. It's been a bad day for UCC. I don't see it getting any better, but it's been a bad day for them overall really. And this might be the end of their LCL run here.
Very likely kasi, you know, that's already 4 games spent.
Exactly.
If ever. So, at the very least, let's see kung ano yung makikita natin sa kanilang final game for today's episode.
Because I think you have to at least try to get the 1 point if you can.
Yes.
Because much like PGS, like everything, points are always important. Even just the 1. Teams have made things happen with just 1 point every game. So we just have to see what's gonna happen after.
Not to mention yung mga parang early loss mo. Kunyari nakabuild ka ng momentum later part ng conference, it will hunt you down yung mga ganun. Kaya talaga medyo sensitive yung point system natin dito, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, before we head into our drafts, I want to say the biggest congratulations sa nanalo ng ating Search and Win trivia question, which is gonna be, which team got the Rift Herald? Ayan, and the answer is gonna be UP Diliman, UPD, kahit yung letters lang na UPD, that should be enough. And of course, the winner for that one is going to be John Michael Kalimlim. Congratulations. Expect a Mr. Gift to be inserted, you know, within 5 working days in the draft for a set of bans. What are your thoughts?
Okay, that Vladimir, that's definitely something that they should have banned. First, it's a good first ban. They got devastated by that Vladimir in the last game. Really, they didn't have an answer for it. And what's the best way to answer something that you don't have an answer for? Just take it out of the equation.
Yeah.
So they took that out, right? We've seen the Kled ban all day today, basically, right? So that's standard. The weird ban that I see from UCC is this Lee Sin. Obviously, I'm not very familiar with UPD's jungler, but if I were in this situation, I would rather ban something like an Elise, because Elise is much easier to play than Lee Sin, and it has about the same amount of impact. It's the same style of jungler, early impact, high impact, but I would just rather take away the Elise here, and especially since they use Elise very well last game as well. And UPD's bans, the Gragas, it's a good ban. It's a good ban. I don't understand why you would ban the Orianna, really, but the Graves is also a good ban because Graves is very, very strong, as I said earlier today. Graves is one of the strongest picks in the meta right now.
Nakikita ko ngayon is if you're gonna be banning Orianna tapos ni-reveal ka agad na merong Caitlyn tsaka Lulu, it's very likely there's a signal na may siege element, may sieging element tong university.
Something like a Cass
so they might group up. And you know na si yung shockwave ni Orianna, it scales better when kumpol-kumpol yung team ninyo. But right now, what's revealed is an Elise, okay?
Yeah, the Elise, that's a really good pickup, especially this late into the draft. When you're coming from a PGS standpoint, right? Elise is a priority pick, and it's banned in a lot of games, so it's weird to see it get here 3rd. And UCC first picked the Ivern, which I guess they must be confident in that because that's the 2nd time today. So we'll see. And then they got their Rumble back, and their Rumble played fairly well in the first game of the day. So I'll just have to see how that works out. But I'm so far, if I just look at the 3 champions that have been picked on each side,
yes,
I prefer UPD's draft. right now because Lulu is pretty much the strongest support in the meta right now. Caitlyn sustained burst AD, at least one of. It's a very early impact jungler. If used properly, they at least can snowball the whole game, specifically off just first two ganks, right? And so UCC here, right? They hovered over the Ez, but they decided to go with Jinx Ryze. Now Ryze is also another strong pick, but
he needs to ramp up.
He needs to ramp up, and now that they have that new item, the Adaptive Helm, which is specifically made for battle mages like Ryze, it's to help tanks deal with the burst and the constant shotgun of the abilities that they put out. And here's where the draft took a really bad turn for UCC. UPD was able to pick Syndra with the last pick.
Yeah.
Syndra's literally the #1 mid lane for us right now.
And maybe that's why there's the Orianna ban. You know? We do know na pagdating sa laning phase, may mechanic kasi si Orianna na in terms of trading, yung kinalamang niya was the shield.
Yes.
The command protect. Yun kasi yun yung namimitigate na damage dito mula sa Syndra. And what we want to mention here, I'm actually happy na nilock-in nila yung Jinx dito mula sa UCC compared to the Ezreal. Kasi for the Ezreal, he may have this, meron kasi siyang awkward item pathing.
Exactly.
Na Tour of the Goddess. And because of the presence of the Ivern, baka magkulang sila sa damage dito.
And, well, not late, maybe, but it would have to get to late in that case. Like, he'd have to build his items. He'd have to get his core items in that scenario. But the thing is, we saw UCC, like, this is the style of carry that they use.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that they locked in the Jinx. Jinx is not necessarily the worst pick, but it's not also the best pick. It's somewhere in the middle ground.
But so it's a pick that is punished by a Syndra.
Yeah, so it's one click delete. One click delete. But the thing is, now that you have the new Guardian Angel, right? Maybe that is something, if the Jinx were to build that second, third item, maybe that mitigates some of the fear. But then again, it still has the same cooldown. Despite the armor or the changes to the, like, you took away the MR, right? And it's just attack damage and the Guardian Angel effect.
Yes.
It's still got the same cooldown, so...
Well, lots of interesting stuff has been introduced dito sa ating mid-season invitationals. Ay, another mid-season mid-season update natin.
Yeah.
Yan. And mentioning as well na yung ini-expect yung mga champions, maybe the likes of Zac, Sejuani, Maokai, they're not allowed right now sa ating game. So you won't be seeing that even for our upcoming games dito on today's episode. And ayun nga, actually, medyo yung mga changes, ano talaga siya, may impacting. Ayan. An example of the Rift Herald update, yung helmet na yan.
Yes, yeah.
Have you seen the Cho'Gath one-shot montage?
No, I haven't seen that. Yet.
Where yung Cho'Gath, di ba, dodoble yung health niya, tapos, bam, full health, using the ultimate. If he gets his, a very large stack.
Yeah.
So, yung health niya, umaabot ng 16,000. Tapos yun,
well,
bam.
I mean, you know, the tuning of the items, it's always bad at the beginning, right?
Yeah. And, of course, normal yan na nangyayari.
Yeah.
Pag mid-season update.
We're kind of used to that.
Kind of used to that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are here this time on the 4th game of today's episode, Interconference Battles for the Group D of the Lenovo LCL 2017 Spring Term to be played between University of Caloocan Ninja Turtles versus University of the Philippines Diliman Oblation Esports. For the conditions of the... Oh wait, hold that thought. Root caller? I think hindi alam ng Oblation Esports na may tao doon, pero wala naman silang kinontinue, okay?
Yeah.
With that little standoff. For the conditions ng lanes natin dito, who do you think will have an advantage?
Okay, again, I think the Rumble should have the advantage over the Shen. In the jungle, I pick the Elise. Like, the Elise definitely has the advantage if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
The Rise, obviously, sometimes it can cause Syndra's problems, depending on how it works, how the lane dynamic works. If he wants to push, if he wants to control his lane. But the bottom lane is the interesting part, because the Caitlyn Lulu will win that lane 100%. So if you look at the tally of that, UPD is winning all but one lane.
All but one lane, yes. So
and the other one is like, it's what happens between the players. But it's champion for champion. UPD is already losing winning four of the 5 lanes.
So there's gonna be the start here by Veer. Gonna go for the Raptor Cam, the standard Q mula sa mid laner niya. So,
but if this Jinx can get fed, can carry she can carry the game on her own. So
that's the interesting part about the Jinx. Lalo na pag narapan mo siya, like you get multi-kills under turret. Instantly, he can even tap to your inhibitor turrets kagad during the mid-game phase. And that's the thing. Pero right now, an Elise, you know, having an Elise, tapos may Syndra pa.
Yeah, there's
a lot of pick-ups.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I guess, fear that the Jinx should have in her lane, because that at least one Cocoon, lack of escape, she's done. She's dead. That's an instant kill there.
Not to mention, there's the Yordle Snap Trap to help him in place. And not to mention, even Karma, hindi ganun mapaprotektahan ng maayos yung Karma dito. He can be very squishy.
And then obviously, Jinx's traps have a delay as well when they come up. So.
Yeah. May kailangan pa siyang i-arm. Yan, bago siya makapasok. And you know the harass na nabibigay ng Lulu.
Yeah.
Auto attacks, glitter lands, the pixie passive. So, we'd be expecting baka synonymous to dun sa game 3 natin, where the first blood is actually hit around the 10-minute mark na. Pero, well, it will boil, no, to the jungle. One thing I do understand about playing an Ivern jungle is that dapat very willing yung team mo na mag-respond. Kasi you have lots of CC. An example would be that one. You have lots of utility, pero the damage is very lacking for you. And, yep.
The damage comes from your teammates. Like, your kit is specifically built to help them do their jobs better. But if your teammates aren't, like you said, if they aren't willing to help you, then you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time.
Like a walking ward na nagde-deny lang ng camps with fast clears. And so you'd have to keep tabs on the positioning of the enemy jungle. Actually, kapag Ivern ka, tapos wala kang idea kung nasa yung enemy jungle, that's gonna be so bad.
That's the truth for every jungler should have an idea where the enemy jungler is, but it's much more apparent for an Ivern.
Kasi nga, wala siyang dueling kit eh.
Exactly.
Normally, but maybe all the top here in the mid lane, 2 flash has been burned. One for the Ivern and one for the ADZ. Okay, and that's against Blizzard, against UPD. Let's see what can be established here as Veer has made a visit in the top lane. Michelangelo's flash is still available, but maybe Veer will aim for the point blank cocoon. Nice sidestep there.
That was a good dodge. If he doesn't dodge that, instant death. He flashed a little bit early. Good job on the Elise for keeping the cocoon instead of coming in cocooning immediately.
Akala ko didikit pa siya lalo.
Yeah.
For the point blank cocoon. But lalo pa kapag the moment na nakadikit sa yung Elise, you'd be punished heavily. Then the moment na maka-escape ka, Rappel is such a very good gap closer. And by that time that the spider lands on you, Venomous Bite might be on cooldown na.
Because I think the Rappel is one of the best gap closers in the game for me personally. It's got a lot of uses.
Dodge.
You can use it to dodge. You can use it to execute, and then it sets up the percentage health Q as well. So there's a lot of I like Rappel. I actually like Elise's kit in general.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
He's my first main ever in League of Legends.
I actually started playing. Fun fact. I played so long that I used to play mid Elise. I played mid Elise.
So you're familiar with Trepos support Elise? Support Elise. And so anyway, we all know kung ano yung assets talaga ng Elise. The interesting part about her is that at level 3, lahat ng skills niya available. Exactly. That's what's so fun about her. Plus yung transformation mechanic pa. And right now, again, it's gonna be a scaling game for both of these two teams, really. Caitlyn, Jinx, even Arise would be looking to just get his stacks up. So
the Rise especially. But the Rise and, well, there's a gank right here.
Yeah, B and Shen is completed to be delivered here in the mid lane. Raphael will be left for dead here by Splinter. Not to mention that Veer is also here. Cocoon is there. The flash Cocoon.
Again, that's worth it. That's worth it. You burn the flash. But again, much like we've seen all day. Well, there it is. One click delete.
One click delete.
But much like we've seen all day, the Shen ulti really changes the whole landscape of the clashes that have been going on, really. And I do have one question though. Will this Shen build Tiamat? I think that's the best question to ask. Will this Shen build Tiamat?
Iconic. Tingnan natin. Iconic might troll you though if he's gonna be building Tiamat, but let's see.
You're not allowed to be listening to the stream, Iconic, but if you are,
you got a Spectre Skull here, so there's a very good call to prioritize the Visage kasi may
yes. I mean that Rumble, it's going to be a little like obviously the Hunting guys has a little bit of M-Pen, just a tiny bit. But the thing is that Spectre's Cowl kind of negates a lot of the sustained damage that you take from a Rumble.
Mentioning as well, may sustain pa.
Yeah.
Spectre's Cowl, yun yung kinaganda niya, which works really nice with the shields and sustains innately available for a Shen.
Here's what I find interesting though. I'm looking at the lanes, right? And we've seen Rise has been pushing this Syndra almost the entire game, but the Syndra has a very sizable CS lead, almost 20.
As far as I know, Syndra is very capable of farming under turret.
Yeah, farming under turret. So it's just very interesting.
Yung tatlong lane minions sa backline. I mean, yung tatlong range minions, parang he only requires him one combo to clear that. So, that one. Right. Tsaka napatay niya yung Rise, diba?
Yeah, that's
under
true.
a minion stack and managed
I
to
mean,
shove pa.
she's only one piece away from the Morello.
And right now, let's see the converging point here. Ocean Drake is available. Lots of ping on the side, knowing that the supports are actually scouting. Okay, if they could gank the mid lane. Rather, there's an info that the Karma knows nasa likod niya yung Lulu, mentioning as well that Nip is telling Berserk that Karma is also, Donathol is also there. Okay.
The Lulu is going to make a big impact on this game. I can already feel it when you're just looking at what's going on in the lane.
Yeah, kailangan din mga ramp up dito yung ating Shen maybe, and also that Rumble, but in the bot lane it's gonna be Leonardo, 3-man squad. Rooted Nip will be, you know, very close to that smart, but in the backline that's gonna be Beer, puts in the bite, gets the kill against Leonardo, stand by Berserk, where's the one hit delete, and there we go. Bottom duo is gone. This time though, there's an airborne knock-up on the Blizzard onto Beer, still members of UPD Diliman. Oblation Esports still holding out the shield, is still there. UPD Oblation Esports is playing out of their minds. Splitter is gone, might be an ace. 5-4-0, 9 minutes, 20 seconds into the game. That's how it's done.
UCC got
oh my God,
got bulldozed there.
Yes,
that's the best way to describe it. Because if you look at these health bars on UPD,
yes, man.
Look at these health bars that they have. There should have been at least 3 kills there.
Berserk is below 100 health, and the shield from the Shen is
again another clutch Shen play. It seems like that's the theme of the day today. It's the clutch Shen plays. I mean, if Shen doesn't have his ult there, then you know that's maybe 1, maybe 2 kills. But Shen does have the ult. Ult hits a taunt, ace.
And yun ang kailangan ng isang Jinx eh. At least 1 kill man lang para just so to get excited. On top of that, an ace also turret.
Because what you're looking at is a Jinx that had to build pickaxe, Brawler's Greaves, 2 daggers and boots, versus a Caitlyn that already has BF, pickaxe,
and even a dagger.
Boots, and a dagger.
Yeah. In terms of trading, layo nito. Layo nito, ladies and gents. Lalo pa, meron yung pick na nangyari, diba, sa Renuance. So right now, it's just buy what you can yung build up dito ni Leonardo. So, let's see, as we mentioned, bago pa man maganap yung clash na yun dun sa bot lane, you'd be wishing if you are UCC na at least sumakit itong rumble na to.
Yes.
But right now, all of their death marks has been dead here by UPD.
What's different between this Rumble game and the last one is the last Rumble game he was able to get kills early, whereas whereas this one he's been very ineffective overall.
Oh, so a new item picked up here by
it's the adaptive helm. It's for that rise. It's for that rise.
Okay. Ultimate there gets used. Smite secured by Veer, still on top of that ult coming in from Leonardo.
Clutch smite.
Yeah.
Clutch smite, right?
Yeah, almost close eh. Ganun.
That was a good play by the Jinx. It's a good attempt at least.
Siege
But
up.
you had the siege.
Yeah, done here by UPD. It's actually nice for UCC here na Ocean Drake lamang yung
Yeah,
hawak
exactly.
dito. Had it been an Infernal Drake, spell bad for them right now. That's the squad. That's a squad na pwedeng ma-disable ng madali ng isang Oriana. Because all they need is to
Yeah.
group up and,
Yeah.
you know, they have no Oriana really or even a Malphite or any or brand AOE big setups just to disperse members here of UPD. But has a composition enough to at least stop them in taking the Rift Herald.
The Rift Herald is just really good right now, and the UPD is the first team that we've seen today that have utilized that tool, and we saw how good it was last game. It was an instant turret when that Rift Herald came out.
Indeed, I mean, for this game now, the item advantage is well there.
Yes.
And that's a very big CS lead now by Berserk. Okay, Morello, Nomicon, and
It's about 40. No, it is.
Catalyst Surveillance yung build up dito ni Splinter to a lot of stacking items.
Yeah.
Totally delayed.
It's too late in the game to build something like that for me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily help his scaling overall. But maybe he just feels a little bit more comfortable with the build or comfortable with trying to take it into late game. But at this point, we're 13 minutes in. They're down by 5k gold. They're down by 7 kills. If you look at the vision, right? UPD's got the vision where they need to have it. They have everything under control at this point.
At least they need to establish a playstyle
Yeah.
that fits etong itemization ng Rise. Nandun is Splinter. That they need to delay this game. Not like this though.
That's-
Michelangelo.
That's literally the opposite of what you want to do in that situation. And then what's weird there is he has vision.
Yes.
They just dewarded that pink, so he has vision of what could possibly have happened to him there.
So, yep, that initiates UPD. Actually start this Rift Herald. Rift Herald is easier to take as well. Malaking bagay to. I mean, by that time, after they take the Rift Herald, it's either the outer top lane or an inner mid lane.
Yes. It depends on who they give it to, actually. If they decide to give it to their support again, which they did, right, okay, he's going directly for the outer top.
And it's a split push. Tapos isi-siege nila. Okay, isi-siege nila yung mid lane. Very interesting.
No, I mean, it's smart. There's UCC really
Oh.
has no answer for this situation.
Tapos, ang dali lang makaka-follow up din ni Lulu dito.
Yes.
Similar moves with the movement speed. So, let's see what they need is a minion stack here. Okay, that it arrives. I would think the Blizzard would be establishing a siege line.
Now, Rumble doesn't have the ult to at least try and clear
Disperse.
the minions.
So,
this is this easy tower, clean tower.
along with the top lane as well.
Let's see if UPD tries to go in. No, it's just a smart rotation.
Yeah, they can
Smart
just
rotation.
they can actually just set up. Okay, this is going down. Only a few hits to boot. So setting up on the blue side juggle, pero wala nang objectives dito. But let's see if can they take a kill or will they really continue with this push. Yeah, the signal to fall back.
Well,
Or
because the thing is, right now they have a fairly sizable advantage. You just have to look at this Rise right now.
wait, redemption sustained him.
Double redemption that they used there. So I mean, there's not much UCC can do in this situation.
Oh my. Yun ang hindi pwede.
Isn't that what you said at the beginning of the game, right?
And I'm not so sure. I mean, during fights, kasya ba yung shield ni Donatello dito?
No.
To sustain yung one-hit delete ngayon ni Berserk. This is ADC in 2016, ladies and gents.
But this is a 4-0 Syndra with a 23 CS
Yun nga
lead
eh.
on his lane counterpart.
But that time, ang buo niya na yan, Luden's Echo na after the recall. Or maybe, you know, NLR. But still,
yes.
that NLR scales with every Dark Spear of Syndra.
Regardless, it's looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty bad. UPD's just played this game really clean. It's really super clean. How they use their comp properly. They planned out well. They're taking the right fights. They're rotating properly when they need to rotate. They're not getting too greedy with anything.
Yep.
It's just like methodical. It's just a methodical performance.
So maybe for the plans here of UPD would be putting down the vision on the red side jungle just so they can set up for that Ocean Drake to arrive in 40 seconds.
Yeah, they only have that one deep ward right there on the blue side. So once they can get control over that red side jungle, put some deep wards down, get the vision there, I think that really opens up a lot the whole map in favor of UPD.
Iconic has Tiamat.
Or maybe now that's what you're supposed to do.
To do on Shen, yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, kanina, ako, ang sa akin lang, nakabami Cinder, naka-Sunfire Cave.
Yeah.
Dahil si Get at Tiamat, may redundancy doon. Pero siguro kung walang Bami Cinder, kung Tiamat alone, then maybe it's time for Iconic to build offensively.
Yeah.
You know, because he can
his team is fairly ahead, almost 10k gold.
And it's not an
Literally.
Ocean Drake.
Infernal.
It was an Infernal.
It's literally a free Infernal. UCC didn't even go and attempt to try and steal or anything. They literally just gave it up for free. But then, I mean, at this point, they don't have another choice. The only way that I see that they can come back from this situation is they got a turtle. They got a farm where they can farm safely.
Yeah.
And they just have to try and get pickoffs. If they can't, just turtle and play as safe as you possibly can. But the Syndra flash ult, the Jinx is gone. So there's also a limit to how safe that they can play.
And the Jinx here has a Runaons only.
Yes. Runin's Berserker's Greaves pickaxe.
Yeah. Malayo compared to the BF sword na hawak na ngayon dito ng ating Caitlyn, mentioning that is on top of Infernal Drake. Walk away. Iconic's actually just waiting out kung pwede silang makakuha ng taunt. But yeah, played it cleanly right now. UCC is getting choked out. I'm thinking, paano ba mapafoil itong strategy na to? I cannot think of anyone that can really split push for them.
Maybe the Rumble. Maybe. But
Equalizer.
But the thing is with the Rumble, it's also unsafe, especially since he doesn't have Zhonya's right now. It's really hard for him overall. He can become a split pusher, but without that tankiness, that added tankiness of the Zhonyas or the added tankiness of, like, let's say a Rylai's, it's hard. I mean, he does have the escape. He's got the E. He's probably got a flash. He's got a slow. He's got a lot of tools to split push with, but he's just not the best split pusher.
Rather, they're going to be sending multiple squads in the top lane. Maybe to take the top lane turret. This is an awkward rotation here by UCC members of Oblation Esports is arriving. It's time to cut their losses, pero papasok yung minion. Tinira nila ng minion. This is a disaster totally as members of UCC. Massacred dun sa damuhan. Let's see though, Veer goes so low. And I think nakaka-free dito yung ating Jinx, but Iconic is there, ready to take this fight. Blizzard is taking his free silence here. Veer is gone. That's an initial kill as Jinx gets excited though. Syndra, 2 members in his hands, taken in. Leonardo would walk away, run for your life. That's a 3rd kill, triple kill for Berserk Syndra. Only 4 members in exchange of 1 was taken in by UPD.
It's a 7-0 Syndra.
Yeah.
That's what this game comes down to. It's a 7-0 Syndra. The Syndra alone has 7 times as many kills as the entirety of UCC's team.
And that rotation sa top lane, that is totally not on the same page.
They walked over a pink because they dewarded it. Okay, they walked over a pink.
Tapos, pumasok sila dun sa top lane pa. Hindi na sila umatras. Talagang, ayun, and when the time, you consider na gusto nilang umalis eh.
Exactly. Because see, the thing is, if you look at their map right now, UPD's wave and so technically, if they want to farm safely, try and get some gold, they just go there and they push that out.
Yes. Mentioning as well na try nila mag-recall eh. May part na nag-try.
Here's a replay, right? It's a good cocoon, but the redemption only hits 1 person. Now, this is where it gets kind of crazy because I know the Jinx picks up a kill right here, right? But while the Jinx is focusing on killing that 1 person, the rest of his team is split, separated, and getting slowly picked off by everything else.
Yeah.
Right?
And that brush na sinet up sa may Torre. You know, it's time to recall. What happened? Recall sana sila. May tumira ng minion. Got the minion aggro. So may vision na doon. Hindi sila maka-recall ngayon habang paparating yung members ng UPD. This again, composure, ladies and gents.
Again, they may be a little bit on tilt, which is understandable because they've lost what 3 games, or they've lost the last 3 games. So maybe that has a factor in it, but UPD is just playing it very clean.
And Beer is not even backing up on this one, but there's going to be the flag coming in from Michelangelo. The redemption will... I'm not so sure it's actually intended for the back line. Habang yung flag ni Michelangelo did not pay off. That's 2 instantly in the hands of UPD again.
The Syndra just stood in the ult. She just stood in the Rumble.
Her?
Yes. The Rumble ult got dropped in a good place, and the Syndra just stood in there.
Even with the Leandris. That's a level advantage, I'd say. Yep, level 12 to level 14. Totally by the Syndra. Mentioning as well that there's a shield available din dun kay Deep. So, yep, it's members of UPD hunting down members of UCC. Gonna be targeting the Jinx, puts in the slow. Zap is there. Ultimate by the Rise. They might not back out kasi dun sa backline, naghahabol pa rin sa Iconic. Can he land that taunt? Okay.
This is actually the first time I've seen the Rise use his ult.
Let's see though, there's the flash taunt now this time onto the support, rather onto the ADC. The finishing blow is not secured, but here comes Beer in the back line. Ultimate there by the Jinx. So at least this stops disengage, but again, that would allow UPD to establish vision of this red side jungle and hence give better control in taking that Ocean Drake.
I mean, you saw the Jinx use her ult, right?
Yeah.
It burned Elise's shield, but that was about it. That was about it.
23 minutes into the game, 8 stacks pa lang.
Yeah.
Yung Rowa dito ni Rise.
It was too late.
What they can really do is, you know, spot out any form of complacency sa UPD. I think they can just fight under a turret.
But right now, the decision of who's going to win this game is in the hands of UPD. If they throw multiple times, then obviously that opens up the chance for UCC to win. But UCC has to wait for UPD to make a mistake.
And it's not just once. Right now, patting here by Leonardo to go for the chase. That's the stun coming in. Let's see how many kills will translate from this one. Though movement speed is there. The zap onto first search, still managed to kill the support. Yeah, with the ult, one hit delete again.
It's a very fed Syndra.
Very fed Syndra.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure she can 100-0 almost anyone on UCC's team at this point in the game, and at this level of advantage that she has over the Rise.
It's kind of ganitong klaseng lead. Ladies and gents, right now halfway na naman yung ult ni Syndra. Actually, gusto ko lang makita talaga yung ult ni Syndra dito kung paano yan nakakawan. There's gonna be the taunt onto the Rise. I saw a cleanse. Yes, there is. Now Splinter is running for his life. Chase is still on. Berserk, his ultimate is still on cooldown. Nip will go down as well. With Splinter gone here, Iconic with a trade up against Michelangelo. And the Rumble is winning the trade against the Shen. Will be taunting out and will leave the bottom duo, rather this ADC and a jungle to take on this bottom lane with the chariot cocoon to Donatello, and Donatello will be seeing the ground there. That's 3-0 already, and just total domination here by UPD. He's just trying to be in distance to put in the ultimate is still available in Berserk, but the damage from that Q with the procs from the Luden's Echo. Sobrang sakit. There is the ultimate. Did not hit the mark.
Rumble survived, but
that results in a badge.
I mean, it's domination.
It's domination. Right. And actually, ginamit ni Berserk yun. Kulang yung bola niya.
Yes.
Only the default 4 balls that's floating around. Ginamit niya yung ult without pressing Q kaagad. So yun yung nagkulang ng damage. Equalizer into the back line might be enough to actually show away members of UPD. But UPD is just playing around on this one. With this kind of well, they can easily prioritize taking a Nexus turret. Taunt is there, Iconic onto the base. And UPD in the brush. Gonna be trying to kill or maybe at least punish as they, you know,
No, there's
destroy the base slowly.
There's
UCC.
really nothing else to say. Like, you can just see that they're playing around a little bit. I mean, they could be playing with fire because of, well, I take back that previous statement that I was going to make. I mean, there's not much to say. 22 kills at 22 kill advantage.
Yeah.
20k gold advantage. This was a 26-minute game. That just perfectly shows you that there's a gap between the two teams.
Not so sure if it's a 9-minute mark, but it's a very early ace in the ball
Very early ace. That was it was 2-0, then it became 7-0.
Yeah,
Very
7-0.
fast, very fast.
Very fast. Yeah, for that game. So
But, I mean, it's domination.
it's
There's-
domination. Of course, we cannot sugarcoat it, ladies and gentlemen, but we still want to send our best regards to the University of Caloocan City.
Hopefully they have one more game left, right?
They have more games left, but
hopefully
the odds here is actually...
It's really stacked against them, but
Ay, for today's episode, wala na.
yes. Okay.
Okay, pero ayan, for our interconference battles, we just want to send a biggest regards for University of Caloocan City. Just total domination, guys. Really,
10-0 Syndra,
10-0.
4-0 11 Shen.
And it reflected on the laning conditions na sinabi mo. Out of all that lanes, lahat won by UPD on paper. Mentioning as well yung isang lane conditional pa. At yung pa yung pinaka nag-snowball.
Exactly.
Syndra and the Rise.
And then the Lulu with 18 assists. I mean, it's almost a perfect game.
Well, I'd give commendations, you know, even though I don't want to, I'd give commendations to Iconic.
Yeah.
Really nice Shen holds
Yes,
there and setups.
His Shen play was very good. He hit a lot of really good flash taunts.
Yeah.
Like, it's solid. It was a very solid
Not
performance.
to mention as the Tiamat.
Yes, the Tiamat. I wish, like, Iconic, can you like PM me on Facebook and tell me why you built Tiamat? Like,
All right.
That's a question that I want to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be our time for this game. May mga susunod pa po kaming games. So dyan naman po kaya, of course, mentioning the search and win trivia questions na lalabas pa for the mystery gifts. Ladies and gents, again, to the supporters, to the players of University of Caloocan City, we still give you our best regards here in the LCL. You know, there's lots of room. You know, it's a learning process naman. There's lots of room.
It's all about experience. And they made it this far also, so that's something that they have to think about as well. It's every loss should be a lesson instead of a loss.
Take it from a manager of a pro team, Imperium Pro Team, ladies and gents. And mentioning as well na kasi dito sa Interconference, isa lang kasi talaga lalabas.
Yeah, which is hard. It makes it difficult.
It's really difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, that's gonna be Game 4 here in the Lenovo LCL 2017 Spring Tournament. We have been your shoutcasters. I am Shinbu with a 1 for an I, and with me is, you know, Sir Raf. Nahirapan ako sa coach and manager because here's both ladies and gents of Imperium Pro Team. Ladies and gents, we'll be right back. So dito kung paano yung nakakawan, Glitters gonna be the top onto the Rise. I saw a cleanse. Yes, there is no Splitters running for his life. Since he's still on first and his movement is still on cooldown. It will go down as well. Which Splitter got here? I got to get it up against Michelangelo. And the Rumble is really getting his shot. This is real.
I mean, just dominate.
It's domination. Ayan, actually, ginamit ni first yun. Kulang yung bola niya. Only the default 4 balls that's floating around. Ginamit niya yung na without pressing too hard, guys. So yun yung nagkulang ng damage. Equalizer in your backline might be enough after showing numbers of UPD. But UPD is just playing around on this one. It is kind of well. They can easily prioritize taking and Nexus turret. Top is there. Iconic up to the base. And UPD in the brush. Gonna be trying to kill or maybe up this one as they, you know, destroy the base slowly.
There's really nothing else to say. Like, you can see that they're playing around a little bit. I mean, they could be playing with fire because, well, I take back that previous statement that I was making. I mean, there's not much to say. 22 kills at 22 kill advantage.
Yeah.
20k gold advantage. This was a 26-minute game. The